What approach did you use to turn around the situation?
Well, of course, we first had to understand what the situation was. We spent some time doing that. And again, using experience from other areas like GSK, for example, what their supplier relationship management looked like. And so we started with workshops with the senior supply chain um, uh, uh, function
Yeah.
and SRM, the supplier relationship management, the senior personnel. And we had a workshop, again, the good old-fashioned workshop. What are the challenges? What would good look like, or what would better look like? Where are the gaps? What are your frustrations? What if you could wave a magic wand and make it all good? What would good actually look like? So then we got an idea of kind of what they saw as the future and things that they could do, but perhaps they weren't empowered to do before. So that
Yeah.
was interesting. We then interviewed each of the SRMs. There were a dozen SRMs in this organization, each looking after a network of different suppliers. And we interviewed them, and for a similar output, and kind of found the same sort of answers, frustrations here and there. And we thought initially of ways we could eliminate those frustrations. We then engaged with each of those functional leads, the leads of those functions, and we explained to them what we'd heard and what the frustrations we'd heard from other areas. We then allowed them to articulate their frustrations, and again, everybody agreed that they want to work closer together. Everybody agreed with that.
Okay.
And yet, amazingly, they never had. So we were there to try to almost facilitate that collaboration. So again, we had all the data we needed in terms of what the problem was and what good looked like. And
Yeah.
from there, we formed supplier relationship hubs. Now, obviously, they had a very informal relationship where they would meet with these different functions, the SRMs, and the supply chain people. But we actually created a hub where
Oh,
we appointed individuals from each of those functions to join a hub. So there was about 8 different hubs that each looked after 10 or so suppliers,
yeah.
and we had a forum every month where would last sometimes 3 hours, where every member of that hub, now you're part of a team, this hub became a team, and we tried to actually get them all to come together and actually and we talked in the future that we can even have team events together to really try to encourage this team thinking as if they're part of the same team, albeit from completely different functions. So they all joined this hub. They all agreed to join the hub. We got very good senior stakeholder endorsement to create these hubs. It was a change from what they were used to. And to say these hub meetings that occurred every month was the opportunity for them all to get together, discuss issues they've got with various suppliers. Some suppliers were better than others, and we'd go over all the KPIs, mainly around OTIF and delivery and performance.
Yeah.
And then we could talk about what we could do to improve it, how we can resolve the issues that we have. And we did that in the form of kind of a RAID log. We introduced a template for each of those meetings, which we created. The OSIX team created this,
Yeah.
and it was a template that included like a RAID log. What are the risks? What are the actions? What are the issues? And what are the decisions with each and every supplier
Yeah.
relating to each and every function?
Yeah.
And this RAID log or this template was populated prior to the meeting, and the meetings really were quite efficient. 3 hours seems a long time, but it whizzed past in no time. And we really did get that opportunity for everybody to work together.